Cinepop fans are dying to know, is Claire going to run in high heels again? Olá, eu estou aqui com o diretor Bayona de Jurassic World, Reino Ameaçado, que chega aos cinemas nacionais em junho de 2018. Mr. Bayona, how are you?
Good, thank you.
What did you feel the first time you watched the first Jurassic Park?
I remember the first time I saw a dinosaur, and I was so amazed by that, by the visual effects, and I remember that I was so sure from that moment on that cinema and visual effects would be able to do absolutely everything that you can imagine as a filmmaker. I thought I was watching a moment in movie history,
And how amazing is to be part of it now?
It's a big challenge, It's like the fifth movie of Jurassic Park, and also it's a movie that is planting the seeds for a third movie, So you have a very rich background. It's very exciting to be able to play with all those locations and the characters, giving references, doing references to scenes that we've seen that we all love. It's a privilege. It's very exciting. It's a big challenge, but it's an honor too.
Cinepop fans are dying to know, is Claire going to run in high heels again?
Oh no, definitely she's more prepared in this one. The first movie, she was it was more like she was caught by surprise, and in this one she's totally ready and prepared for the adventure.
Claire is a very strong female character, and we've been talking a lot about female empowerment. Mm-hmm. How does she stand out in this movie?
I think we were very aware during set about that, and we work a lot in trying to make Claire a very strong character. She's smart. Has a very emotional side, but also she's very physically tough. I think she's a very complete character. When the film starts, the film starts with Claire looking for Owen. She's the one convincing him to go back, to join her and go back to the island to rescue the dinosaurs. So she has a very as much important role as Owen has in the story this time.
In the first Jurassic World, we had a lot of CGI. In this movie, you try to use more animatronics. Do you believe CGI can look like artificial? Do you prefer animatronics? I do prefer.
Yeah, I mean, it's of course everyone loves animatronics. The thing is that animatronics are limited. There are certain things that they cannot do. They cannot run. They cannot make complicated movements. They are designed for specific shots. So I think the secret is the combination. And CGI is getting better and better. But the secret is to somehow mix animatronics with CGI in the same scene. So there's a moment that the audience, they don't know what they're watching, if it's a real thing or CGI.
One of my favorite scenes of all the franchises, the scene of the kitchen in the first movie, is like the horror. You direct the orphanage, you bring the horror to this movie. It's gonna be more scary than the last ones.
Yeah, definitely. I think the idea was somehow go back to the first Jurassic Park. I think Jurassic World did an amazing job in bringing back a sense of wonder. But we wanted to bring back an element of fear, and everyone loves to be a little scared in the Jurassic movies. Everyone has moments that remember how they react to the what is the terror of being in front of a dinosaur, and of course we are going for that in this new one.
This franchise is popular for 24 years now. What do you think it makes so special, and why people love so much Jurassic Park and Jurassic World?
The fact of being able to see these creatures that disappeared millions of years ago, it's such a powerful image. And at the same time, these movies are based on reality. They talk about our world. It's not only about dinosaurs. It's about our relationship to nature, about the use we do of science, the responsible use that we do of science, and sometimes irresponsible. And when it's irresponsible, that triggers the terror. That triggers the threat that the dinosaurs bring to the story. I think it's fascinating. It's like seeing something that does not know the way to see.
Do you believe in the future a real life Jurassic Park is possible?
A real life?
Yeah.
I mean, of course. I mean, science is and new technologies. They move sometimes at a speed that overpays us. You know, I think that would be fascinating.
There's any chance Laura Dern and Sam Neill return to this movie or to the next one?
I think you should talk to Colin Trevorrow for that. He's the one thinking about, in charge of the whole trilogy. You know, I mean, I support that totally. You know, definitely.
And how does this movie link to the first trilogy?
I think it's very interesting because story-wise, the background is so rich. You have so many characters or scenes, locations, you know, and I think it's important to balance what the people is expecting to find in these movies, and also to surprise them, you know. So it's important always to find connections. We have, of course, Ian Malcolm in this film, but we also have BD Wong, Dr. Wu, that he was already in Jurassic World. There are new characters. There is Lockwood, played by James Cromwell, who's playing a millionaire who had a relationship with John Hammond, the founder of Jurassic Park. So it's great, you know, to find these connections, and you will see some details, some Easter eggs that will show you scenes or specific moments. Will remind you moments that we saw in the other films.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bayona. Can hardly wait to watch the movie.